Second, stronger quake in Ridgecrest shakes Southern California, causing more damage. A magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Southern California on Friday night, the second major trembler in less than 2 days and one that rocked buildings across Southern California, adding more jitters to an already nervous region. The quake was centered near Ridgecrest, the location of the July 4 6.4 magnitude trembler that was the largest in nearly 20 years. It was followed by, there were reports of Friday night's quake causing some fires and other damage in Ridgecrest. On Twitter, about 3,000 residents in Ridgecrest and the surrounding areas are without power following the earthquake, according to Southern California Edison. In Los Angeles, in Trona and Ridgecrest, two Mojave towns shaken by both quakes, residents answered their phones frantically and in fear. "They're saying the ground split," said Winter Wilson, who was driving home to Trona from Bakersfield, her voice shaking. "They made me promise." Trona resident Yvonne Emerson said he had heard reports from neighbors there was significant damage to the town, with houses knocked off their foundations. Emerson evacuated. The shaking was less intense in the Los Angeles metro area, and there were no immediate reports of major damage or injuries. The 7.1 quake that struck at about 8:20 p.m. Friday night the Friday quake occurred on the same fault system as the 6.4 trembler. It was farther away. This happened at the end of the zone that moved previously, Jones said, adding that the fault is now likely to be 25 to 30 miles long. "The fault is growing," she said. "Given its size, it's likely to be followed by more shaking that will be felt in Los Angeles. Or it could be even bigger. There's a 5% chance that this could be followed by an even larger quake," said USGS seismologist Robert Graves, also speaking at a news conference Friday. Jones said she could not recall a pattern of earthquakes in California where a 6.44 shock was followed by a 7.1 event, only to be followed by an even bigger quake. "But that doesn't mean it can't happen," she cautioned. "It is clearly a very energetic sequences, so there's no reason to think we can't have more large earthquakes," she said. Thursday's 6.44 shock triggered shaking in Ridgecrest of intensity 8. With Friday's 7, "My expectation is that Ridgecrest is having a pretty difficult time tonight," said Lucy Jones. Government. Gavin Newsom tweet. Kern County Fire Chief David Witt said his department has responded to multiple structural fires, but there have been no reported fatalities. He said there have been. "The plan now is to do a systematic search in the Ridgecrest area. Helicopters are in Ridgecrest." Jeremiah Jones laughed when a Times reporter asked what the latest earthquake felt like. "You mean, what didn't I feel?" he said. "It was bad." Jones was minutes away from his home with friends when the earthquake struck. His friends cried. Jones knew his daughters were out of town, giving him a sense of relief, but he returned to his apartment to assess his own damage. He had prepared for, but even with the precautions, his apartment was torn apart. All the expensive stuff was secure, but everything off the cabinets and fridge and drawers, closets, everything was thrown everywhere, he said. "I have a lot to do." The shaking put nerves on edge at Dodger Stadium, where Becky Carbone, an interior decorator from Norwell, Massachusetts, was watching a game with her husband and two sons, ages 9 and 12, during a visit to the city. "This aeon we felt while sitting up high at the Dodgers game," said Carbone, 43. The kids were intrigued. At the Skirball Cultural Center, dozens of people were eating the last of their chicken and fish at a wedding rehearsal dinner when the tables started shaking. People started yelling "earthquake" and "Do you feel that?" Joanna Korshak. "After it was over, everyone started clapping," Korshak said. Someone could be hurt. When the earlier trembler hit Thursday, scientists had warned that it could lead to an even larger quake. Ridgecrest has been. "This is an earthquake sequence," Jones said. It will be ongoing. Friday's quake was larger in magnitude than the destructive 1994 North Ridge quake, which measured 6.7 magnitude. But that temblor occurred. A 7.1 quake in 1999 hit the Hector Mines area of the Mojave Desert. Because of its the July 4th earthquake had ruptured along a length of fault 10 miles long, from a remote point northeast of Ridgecrest, California, a city of 29,000 people, and continued southwest almost all the way to the city limits, scientists said. The aftershocks will probably go on for months, if not years, Caltech seismologist Egil Haukson said earlier Friday. The odds, he told The Times, were decent that there could be another aftershock of magnitude 5 or greater at some point. Times staff writers Phil Willen, Karen Kaplan, and Piper McDaniel contributed to this report.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.